I think partnerships and channels have worked significantly well for us at Mobstac. We've been excited to announce a partnership with Google last in September last year. We also announced a partnership with PubMatic last quarter. And all these partnerships have been obviously with much larger companies, and they have been given us significant amount of traction in terms of customer acquisition. And also, when you sign partnership with large customers, large companies, one of the biggest advantages that you get as an early stage company is an amazing amount of endorsement for your product. Very rarely do after that people ask you questions like, is this product really good? Is it really worth? How is it better than XYZ? So on and so forth. So that's one of the biggest reasons why partnerships can help. Now, the second reason why partnerships can help, or to be partnerships can help, is if it is, for example, Mobstac is in the business of reaching out to publishers. If there are organizations that have already mapped out publishers or already have a network of publishers within them, then they obviously become the easiest partnership or easiest way, or a partnership becomes the easiest way for you to reach a big large network of publishers. In our case, for example, advertising networks, publisher networks, etc., or large magazine distributors, etc., are obvious examples of potential partners. So what we essentially did was to, in terms of trying to reach out to these partners, was to make a list of potential aggregators of publishers, people who basically had a host of publishers already with them. The second thing, what is also important to do, which people might not get, is that when you reach out to a potential partner, you need to be able to sell to that partner why it will not only be important to their own customer base, but why it will be very important for them themselves. In the case of Google or PubMatic, the answer was very simple. Most of their publishers needed a mobile site, which they did not have one very effective one. So, and the reason why it helped Google or PubMatic was for the fact that Google or PubMatic needed mobile advertising inventory, and they did not have that. It needed their publishers to go mobile. So the ability for me to be able to read what my potential partner wants is very, very important. If I'm able to read into that, I stop using them as a channel, which is and start using them as a partner. So the first thing I was able to convince a Google or a PubMatic is the ability as to how much value a potential partner like Mobstac can bring to them. And then I was able to convince them, obviously, as to what kind of value add or importance I bring to its own customer base, which is the network of publishers. The third and final thing I would also add there is that it's really important that in terms of partnerships, particularly since you're an early stage company, that you connect with the right person in that large organization. And in my experience, always start at the top. I mean, if you possibly have a connection to the CEO, try the CEO. If it's not the CEO, maybe it's the vice president business development, or a vice president for products, or a vice president for marketing, or figure out who's the right person in LinkedIn or any other network that you might be a part of, and hit right at the top. What I have seen is that when you hit right at the top, it invariably works much faster than trying to hit into a business development manager and work upwards to try to figure out who the decision maker is. When you hit right at the top, invariably he or she is either the business decision maker, or will directly give you a connection to the decision maker, which makes the cycle very short. So you might not get the partnership, but at least you can walk out of it very quickly and not waste too much time.